According to ancient Greek mythology, the messenger of the gods Hermes and the goddess of love Aphrodite gave birth to a beautiful son. They named their son by combining their own names, resulting in hermaphroditus. One day, the water nymph Salmaces, seeing him bathing in a pool, fell in love with him and prayed that they might never be separated. The gods interpreted her request literally and merged their bodies into one. Therefore, hermaphroditus became a being of mixed genders, male and female. From the myth, the term hermaphrodite became a commonly used medical definition that refers to people whose bodies have both male and female characteristics.
It was a word that was used to describe us, but there was a misunderstanding about what that actually means.
Nowadays, the term is no longer used, and instead, another term has been put into common use. And that term is intersex. An intersex person may have different private parts, internal organs, chromosome patterns, hormones. But having such variations in characteristics is not a malignant medical condition, and it's more common than what you think. The United Nations estimates that 1.7% of the population are born with the intersex trait, comparable to the number of people born with red hair. Current statistics suggest that there is a significant number of the UK population, approximately 358,105 people, with intersex variations.
And yet most people would say that they'd never met an intersex person, but probably more than likely they have.
I don't think people could pick me up off the street and be like, oh, he's an intersex person.
No, you can't spot us.
So it's not surprising if now people we've never heard of this before, where's this all come from? And it was always there.
Under current British law, parents of intersex children are effectively forced to pick a side, as assigning an infant a sex is a mandatory part of registering a birth. Thus, some intersex adults want this practice to end because of its irrelevancy as a documented medical condition and the lack of consent from intersex individuals. Effectively, they are being assigned a sex that they may not identify with.
You can't just decide that you're an intersex person, you know, it's something you're born with.
And we're just natural variations of the human population. We just don't happen to be at either end of the spectrum.
While some of us have the privilege of choosing our own identities, whether they be gender identities or even sexual preference, it seems that intersex individuals do not share such rights. Although there are still a lot of misconceptions around the meaning of intersex, a number of intersex activists and organisations around the world are fighting to raise awareness and protect the human rights of intersex people. In the UK, groups including Intersex UK, UK Intersex Association, and organisation Intersex International, as well as a rapidly expanding network of individual activists, are united in their commitment to ending violations of intersex people's human rights.